With that, so yes, the workshop that I will do is called Elogio del Caminar, or In Praise of Walking. This is inspired by a book for David Le Breton. He's a French sociologist, and he did this book that I really love. And it's related also with the Sri Lankan dances. I'm from Chile, but I learned and I teach also Sri Lankan dances for a long time. So this is the main subject of my research, like my life research. My goals in this workshop is reflect in the practice of walking, like in a natural way, not only in the dance field, to learn a ritual walk of the Kandyan dance. The Kandyan dance is one of the traditional dance from Sri Lanka, and also enrich the creative and interpretive process of the dance. So this is the book that I talked before. It's a very good book. I think you can search and also find in different languages. And this author talk about the walk in a very poetic way. So it's an invitation for also enjoy that practice and put some reflections on that, because also he talked a lot about the rhythm in our times, and it's like very fast. We need to run or maybe drive, not too much walk. So it's very, very good. I will talk this in Spanish. He say, mi intención es más bien hablar acerca de ese caminar con sentido que se hace con placer en el corazón. That is like walking that is done with pleasure in the heart. Ese que invita al encuentro, a la conversación, al disfrute del tiempo, a la libertad de detenerse o de continuar el camino. That which invites to the encounter, to the conversation, to the enjoyment of time, to the freedom to stop or to continue the path. An invitation to pleasure and not a guide to do things correctly. The quiet enjoyment of thinking and walking. So with that was my inspiration, because in my last trip to Sri Lanka, I learned a lot of ways of walk in this dance, and it was that opened my mind and my body as well to do new things also with this practice. So the first thing that I want to ask, if you can in the chat maybe, or if you want to say, is like in a word or maybe two, what does walking mean to you? Very shortly, if you want to share, also it's not an obligation, but if you can say in a word, what does walking mean to you? Disfrutar el tiempo, enjoy the time, participating. Yes, that's nice. Nice words. Relaxing, a gift, a journey, feeling the wind on my face. So nice. For me, sometimes it's a release, pensar and falling, trusting, rhythm. Oh, that's so nice. Nice words. And I will say in the
Il venerdì, sabato e domenica sono aperti dalle 10, altrimenti
va bene.
We are listening a voice in Italian, so maybe there is an Italian participant who
I don't
is not
know
muted.
very well.
Si sentono delle parole in italiano, quindi se c'è qualche italiano che sta partecipando, si può mettere muto al microfono, grazie.
Thank you. Okay, yes. Oh, these words, I think they're related in a way, like, because when you walk, you are in the present. I was thinking also in the presentation of Rachel, or also in the first one, Kimberly, the gift of be in the moment. You need to be aware when you are walking. You can't you can think in another things, but you are like enjoying and also feeling the wind. You have a rhythm. You are trusting also. Sometimes you get lost. The other day I didn't have my cell phone with like charge, so I was like walking, and I feel like very, very weird. Like, I don't know, that thing happens like these times when you are in a new place without your map. And yes, it's enjoy the time, relax. So this is like a little brief about the word. It's come from a Celtic word cam, and meaning to step on a path. And also I put this image because the walk is like a very human thing, you know, like other animals have another qualities, like 4 legs, but we have these 2 legs, and when the humans start to be in these 2 legs, also everything starts to be different for us. And also in 2 legs we can develop more movement. It's not, I know it's not only the only way, but extend, to infinity the human's ability to communicate with the environment. So, and also this is like a fact, like when the people manufacture the robots, that is the most difficult thing to do, for the big balance to the robots, like walk in a good way. So this is I will only say about this first phrase. This is about the book, so I really I encourage you to find this book because it's really, really good. And David Le Breton say, walking introduces us to the sensations of the world, of which it provides us with a full experience without us losing our initiative for an instant. Walking is a quiet method of re-enchantment of time and space. It is a temporary detachment brought about by contact with an inner being that is due only to the thrill of the instant. It implies a certain state of mind, a blessed humility before the world, an indifference to technology and modern means of travel, or at least a sense of the relativity of all things. It encourages an interest in the elemental and unhurried enjoyment of the time. So it's very beautiful, all the things that he write about it. And now, because we don't have too much time and I want to dance with you. In the traditional dance, and I think also in the dance that Rachel shared us, there are many ways to walk. You can find walks in ceremonial processions, ritual walks, also like you use the walks in dance for going to another part, so for rest or for different things. So if you watch the traditional dance, you can find different ways to walk, and it's very interesting to do that. Even I'm not the only one interested in that kind of things. Eugenio Barba, he write the Antropología del Actor. I don't know how can I translate that. And he gives some examples about that. For example, here is the Balinese dance, and you can see the feet, like they walk with the tip of the foot upwards, so that creates tensions in the knee. So also it's not as another angle for walk. In the no theater, you can't, you don't not lift off the floor, the feet. So also that is very particular. So you start to walk with you bend the knee for walk. So different things. In Kabuki theater also, every character have a different way of walk. Also that happen, I think sometimes you can see someone and you can say, oh, maybe he's sad, or maybe you can interpret things with the walk. So here the samurai have like longer steps expressing the arrogance of the warrior. The courtesan maybe is more like she's like more flirting when she walks. So you can play with the walk. So in the Kandyan dance, the dance that I study, and also is a traditional dance, and also is for the well-being for the communities. This ritual dance have a lot of walks, and the walks have ritual functions because they do transitions and also giving passes. And also I was thinking these days, like also they have like an energetic objective as well in the rituals. So in the stage you have like the things that I was saying before. Yeah, you can change your position, you do transitions. And in the terms of a body disposition, we always walk with our knees bent, the feet facing outward, and as a step is taken, we extend and expand the solar plexus, giving pumping sensation. My arms can vary in position, and they feel like energy carriers with which I make circulations and draggings. So I will teach you now, in these minutes that we have, a walk that I call the walk in infinity. And I put this image because Kandyan dance, this traditional dance from Sri Lanka, and ritual dance, very, very ancient, they do a lot of circles all the time. In the ritual, all the ritual dances have this kind of shapes. So we will do a dance that may do a infinite shape, and I hope you can connect a little bit with the sensation of this walk, because for me, like I said before, it's an energetic sensation as well. So this is the presentation. I will stop to share. Let me see the hour. I think I'm in Australia. Here is night. You can see that. So I will put some music. And we our bodies a little bit. So I invite you to put your legs a little bit separate. The Canadian dance is a little bit awkward sometimes, so we start to move our shoulders, a little bit of warm. I know we were sitting a long time, so you can move shoulders. You can go with your hands, making a cross. We start to move a little bit our feet. And we move a little bit our neck, doing circles. You can move also your hips. For me, they are very connected, so it's hard to not do the both movements. Hips a little bit, one side to side. And now circles. To the other side. And we stretch a little bit the feet. So we start to walk. I don't know how much space you have, but walk like in a normal way. Okay? So I will say to you some instructions. So now we are gonna like the teatro, no? It's like you can't take out your feet from the floor. So try to walk with your feet on the floor all the time. Now in the tip of your toes, you can walk a little bit. Now with your heel. And you can switch. You can try with one walk, maybe you can create one. Moving another part of the body, you can maybe try with your arms, like moving your arms, moving your head. Also, you can walk in different directions, doing little exploration about the walk, also with your chest, moving your hands, moving your hips. And now we are going to the front, and I will teach you some things about Canadian dance, Sri Lankan dance. So in the Canadian dance, you always walk in this position, okay? So from here we're gonna do, we lift and bend a little bit. And like I say in the presentation, we do also a chest movement. So I'm here, and when I lift, I also lift my chest. I open the chest. So you can put your hand here in your low back, and you can do this movement. Feel also your sensations with this. Yeah, so this is the principal move of the walk. Okay, so we're gonna walk, and also I know this is a little bit of too much information, but if you can, or you can try, we do circles with our, every step is a half of a circle. So if we do like the 3 movements, it's like 1, and I lift the chest, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can do in a circle if you want, because in a circle you can like not non-stop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can do a little bit of the hands. Okay, so the hands are gonna be, I will do the mirror. So, okay, from here, also the Canadian dance have a lot. You always bend your elbows, you always bend your knees, you are always like in that. So you do a circle, this is lift, and you go with the hands like this. So I will sing, it's like kunde, kundan, kunde te, take te, gaji, and only change your hands. Kunde, kundan, kunde te, take te. And I'm going to the other side. Kunde, kundan, kunde te, take te, gaji, kunde, kundan, kunde te, take te. Gaji, kunde, kundan, kunde te, take te, 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 gaji, kundan, kunde te, take te. So now we need to do everything together. We are here, and we go this here. So kunde, kundan, kunde te, take te, gaji, kunde, kundan, te, take te, gaji, kunde, kundan, kunde te, take te, gaji, kunde, kundan, kunde te, take te, change, kunde, kundan, kunde te, take te, gaji, kunde, kundan, kunde te, gaji, kunde, kundan, kunde te, take 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 te, gaji, kunde, kundan, te, take te, gaji, kunde, kundan, de te, take te, gaji, kunde, kundan, kunde te, gaji, kunde, kundan, kunde te, take te, gaji, kunde te, take te, gaji, kunde, kundan, kunde te, take te. Good? Yes? Okay. So if we are good, let me see the hour. Okay. We are gonna do we're gonna do another thing. So I say to you, like, we're gonna do an infinite shape. So I have here my my props. So it's only for being more practical. So you need to imagine, I will put my camera like this. This is the infinite shape, okay? So you need to imagine this in your space, and you are in the middle. So you start going to your left, but you start with your right feet. So first we're gonna do only the shape with the feet, without the arms, okay? So we are here, and we start with the right. We are kunde kundan kunde te takete gaji kunde kundan te takete gaji kunde kundan kunde te gaji kunde kundan, and I go back to the middle and I do the other side. Te takete gaji kunde kundan kunde te takete gaji kunde kundan kunde te takete kunde kundan kunde te takete. So I have 8 steps for one circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I start with this. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Together, only with the feet, and then we put the arms. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Kunde kundan kunde te takete gaji kunde kundan kunde te takete gaji kunde kundan te takete gaji kunde kundan te takete gaji kunde kundan kunde te takete gaji kunde kundan te takete gaji kunde kundan te gaji kunde kundan kunde te takete. Good. Let's go with the arms. So, put a little bit. So, if I go with the right to the left, my left arm is extended and the other one is here in the front of my heart, in the middle of my chest, okay? So I go and I did kunde kundan kunde te takete gaji kunde kundan te takete. I only change my hands. Kunde kundan kunde te takete kunde kundan kunde te takete. And here I change the direction of my hands. Kunde kundan kunde te takete gaji kunde kundan te takete gaji kunde kundan kunde te gaji kunde kundan kunde te takete. 1, 2, 3, 4 y 1, 2, 3, 4. Change 1, 2, 3, 4. Change 1, 2, 3, 4. Voy. 1 es como si, it's like I take something here. 3, 4. I change only the hands, not the direction. 3, 4. The way, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. You have any questions, something? All good?
Just one question. So when do you change directions? How many people do you change directions?
You have like 8 beats?
Yeah, for one, and then change.
Yeah, and so when I go, I only do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you.
So if like, I know it's a lot of information, but I know you are all very good as well. So the thing is like going, like doing, like taking the energy, and then I do. It's like it's like a little bit of this, but more in a rigid movement, you know. But the thing is like connect with the heart, with this movement, with also the space. So we will do our last one. I will put a very good song from Sri Lanka, so also you can know more about the music.
Hi, Maria. Can you move the music close to the computer?
Sorry, I can't hear. What?
Can you move the music closer to the computer? Put up on la música.
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
Yes, I will put here. So you can feel it's in the same rhythm, like in 4. And this is a music from processions in Sri Lanka. So they do a lot of processions in the street, dancing this dance. And it's very beautiful. It's called Gaha Gabaname, the song for the elephant. Can you hear me? Yes? So. You have any question? Something? It was fun at least. You have fun. Yes. I think like a lot of students, they ask me how they can practice. And I always say like you can practice when you are walking. Because I think walking you can practice a lot of movements, and this is only a few. And also I like the shape of this, like the infinite shape. It's like very energetic, I think. So, yes. Oh, thank you.
I think for me, the movement is very grounded, very like heavy. You're used to picking up our feet a lot and every day. Um, but yeah, like I think that it's different to feel so grounded within like dance and performance movement like that, for myself at least.
Yes, it is. It's like I feel with the Candian dance, because you know this is the walk, but for example, the main position is like this. So it's like grounded, and you need to like move like this. So it's a lot of work for the body, but also I always imagine like it's it's very strong because it's related with the earth. And imagine, like, for example, the seeds, when they need to grow, need to be very strong, you know, for like making the space in the earth, different in the air, in the water. I think this the kindness is very related with the earth and like down the earth. Even in the first times, in the ancient times, they used to practice in a hole, you know, in the earth, like for maintain the postures and the knees bended and everything. So yes, glad to know that, Andy. Oh, that's nice for Ginger. Like they do movements with the kid. I love it. Yeah, and the music. Like if you want to, I will send you the name of the song, and you can find it in Spotify. Because yes, it's really energetic. And I have a questions for you as well. Like if you want to share everything, but I was thinking like, oh, maybe I can't share how this can be connected with the decolonization. But I want to ask to you how what do you think about it?
I don't know if this is directly related to the notion of decolonization, but I always find it such a fascinating opening experience, expanding experience, when all the dance styles in my body sort of meet, and sometimes they clash. But there's something about that meeting and feeling that dissonance. It's like dissonance in the body. But it's so freeing in a way that when you try a dance, you do something with your body that you haven't done before, and you do that repeatedly, such that you're like, oh, I'm feeling something different, and I need to shift my body in a different way. It's the same, it's walking, but it's such a different experience of walking, and I love that. Yeah.
I think like we open a space in ourselves to enjoy, and yeah, like that. When I always say, like when you can move yourself different, you can think in a different way as well. So I think that is for me is like the meaning of all my research, you know, like because I mainly study the Canadian dance and the Sri Lankan dances, but also I love the contemporary dance, the improvisation, and I think, and also the Latin dance, like everything like gives you a lot of information about yourself. Also, like when the first workshop, I was like, wow, like the body can't lie. you know. Like it's like, yeah, you can't like you can lie with your words, with everything, but with your body, with the movement and your sensations, like they are very true. Is the truthness about you. Yes, thank.
Yes, for me, it has to do really with how we can rewrite the encounter with otherness, with differences. And so how with the body, as you said, how to be open and to internalize these others, to learn how to think differently through the encounter with this otherness that is not your culture, is not my culture, but it feels you, it makes you feel something in the body that, as you said, is really true, you know. And I mean, of course, now I'm doing this in very little space and trying to understand, but when you enter in the things and you really let your body modify, is for me just a very much more visceral or organic way to intertwine relationship, but relationship that happened in the body. And so in this way, for me, is a kind of the first step maybe to think to the creation of a collectivity, in which the collectivity is not just with one is like me, but how I internalize and take something and learn in a very deep way, not learn with the brain, you know, but learn with the body, to be with the other, learning from the way that the other has to stay in the world, because finally how we walk, how we dance is our way to stay in the world.
Yeah, that's nice. And yes, create with everyone. Like everything can be interesting for our creations as well. Or wellness. Ricardo is like in a different spot every time.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm traveling, but I'm so interested in going through everything and trying to capture as much as you can. It's not a lack of attention or a lack of interest. So I'm sorry if it seems like so.
You're
But it's
walking. You're walking.
Yeah, I was walking, and as I left to walk, I say, "Oh, this is quite okay now. Great." It's just something that happened to me, and that's something that I've been thinking at this point. And if decolonization is about truly embracing the transnational or supranational, without nationality, of the different practice, without denying their sources and all of that. That's just a question that I pose to myself, and something that I'll be thinking about. And thank you for inciting this question as well. So grazie mille.
Yeah, thanks, Ricardo. Yeah, I think that also is the goal, because like we need to like decolonize our minds as well, like our with the academic in the academic field, for example, we have a lot of rules, or we need to, like, for example, like do the appacitation, like all that kind of things that sometimes it's like, oh, how can I do that? Or it's not like maybe going with the flows with our thoughts about it. I'm like I try to be very free with the things that I research, because I think that is one of my ways to be not no colonizada. Because it's the power. I think everything is about the power. So if we choose to put our power in something, is good, but sometimes we don't choose. We are like so used to, And I think the goal is that, like, choose and also I respect a lot, like, all kind of researchers. Like, they give me a lot of keys and things for think. And now I think also, I think in this afternoon you have like a very interesting research about that, like how, or also the Rachel share about her own experience in dance. And I think that is a very good way to open that to the difference, because everyone have different bodies, different minds, and also different memories. I think that for me also, this dance, a Canadian dance, is for me is a door to know more about myself and my another. I believe in that in my another lives, like, like when I went to Sri Lanka, all the people say to me like, "Oh, I think in your past life you was like a Sri Lankan dancer," and I think like, yes, and I connect with that, and in a very open way, and I think that is I think that because also we can be more happy as well.
If I may just interject and ask one question for clarification for me. You talk right in the beginning about power. Can you define that? What do you mean by that? Where you put your power, and what is this power? What do you mean by that?
Oh, that's a good question. Yes, I think it's because my academic background is like political science, and we talked a lot power, and like, because the power is a very abstract thing, and for example, if I was thinking, like, if I put the power about how can I research in the academic field, I will be very, like, attached to that rules, because I think the only way that I can find something or something valuable for the people is in that way. But if I put the power in myself, like, or I open my mind, I don't judge. I think it's about judgment as well. Like, I don't judge the ways that I can receive information. I like, I will do another things, because we put the power in the institutions. And I'm not judging that. I'm only saying, like, we need to be aware about about our power. We have power, like, even when we buy something in a place, like, we have the power for give the money to our money to anyone. We have the power to choose a lot of things in our life. It's like encourage ourselves to do the decisions that we are truly, and that is very, I think it's very deep as well. Like, we're truly feeling, because with all this information that we have now, and also, yeah, I think it's information. I think it's also like we saw things like, maybe they say to us, "Oh, you need to be like that. You need to, for be, I don't know, like, successful, you need to do some things," or all that kind of things are in a structure. And if we think that is correct, we give us the power of our lives. It's that thing that I'm trying to be clear, because English is not my best, but I'm trying to be clear.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
But first of all, I wanted to say thank you, because you switched to English, and we are trying to do this year and I'm saying this now because it is connected with what I want to say, how we create a space where people coming from different languages can listen also to what the other parts of the world have to say, because if not, like creating like one day Spanish and one day English, as we did the last year. In the Spanish day, we were only Spanish speaking people, and so it's always, and in English, so we was not encounter, no? And so like idea remains separated in the hemispheres. And so this is our big question, how we can create a space without that necessarily people need to speak English, because you speak English, but maybe someone can't. And so how we require to the other people the effort and this is connected with what I want you to say, that is the desire or the joy, as you said, so that sometimes we should connect more with like, and maybe our way to empower ourselves, to take back our power, is to really be able to connect with what make our feel joy, and this is connected also with well-being. Maybe our well-being, and maybe we should follow this without making too many problems in our head, you know. So, and then how we can habilitate ourselves to follow what we feel joy for, what make our feel like. For example, for me, Spanish was the door for joy in the sense that I was looking for something and I needed to learn these languages because I wanted to be, well, I sat in Uruguay so it was like how the joy can be the engine for make ourselves move towards something different, you know, and not just because I have to speak English because the institution are in English, but because I want to know what people in the English world have to say, you know. And so this is kind of taking the power.
Así es. Ahora voy a hablar en español. And now I'm going to talk in Spanish, I say. Oh, let's see, Rachel. I will read this. For me, it's decolonizing because I get to know more ways to move the body, other ways to walk. It was different at first, but I also noticed some similarities in some movements in my practice, and I really like that. It's about celebrating diversity, but also noticing that we share something as people, while also recognizing that some stories are silenced just because they are different. Yes, it's true. Thank you for sharing. Thanks, Rachel. Really appreciate your comment and your work as well. So yes, that's all